we have been making money on a weekly basis in my private community. So if you're someone who wants to get your crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy, you want to know what in the world is happening in crypto today. Why are prices going up? What can I do to level up to get my crypto wallet bigger and fatter? Then this video is for you. We got to look at the Bitcoin chart because whatever Mama Bitcoin does, your favorite crypto is probably going to do. So we saw this pattern where prices was actually moving toward the upside. We saw rejection at this resistance right here, 1 point of contact, 2 point of contact, and we had this little fake out, right? But prices ended up getting rejected and coming back down. And then we had a second rejection here. Now, most people were so happy. People were excited, like, yes, crypto's pumping, prices are moving towards the upside. But we have to realize that this pattern overall is a bearish pattern. When we see this structure, it's typically an indication that prices are most likely going to move like this and how it has been, and then it's going to break and start moving towards the downside. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, is that when we zoom in and we look at this closely, prices actually hit this level of resistance, and then it broke past it instead of going back down. It went back into this rising channel. Now, there is some good and there is some positive to this. Now, the positive thing to this is because prices has broken back toward the upside, there's a chance that it can continue to run towards the upside to move up closer towards this range, towards that $78,000 price BTC. Now, if we take a look right here, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $7,000 price range. So if we were to suddenly hit 78K, oh my goodness, you guys, our Ethereum, our Solana, our BNB, your XRP, whichever favorite crypto project, up, and away, profits are going to look very, very good. But here is the thing with that, is even if prices do finally start to make its way up toward that 78K price range, it's most likely still going to get rejected and end coming back towards the bottom side. Because we know that this pattern typically is that bearish pattern and prices just leads towards the downside. So even with prices looking the way that it is right now, which is more positively, I'm still leaning towards prices potentially getting rejected. Because when we take a closer look at how prices are moving right now, it actually started a little bit of that rejection process. Here we can see when prices actually hit this range, which was around a $72,000 BTC, what happened? Prices got rejected and came towards the downside. It attempted to hit it again, got rejected, came towards the downside, hit it, came back towards the downside. So now it ran back up and it's struggling right here where it struggled previously. So it's going to be really hard, I think, for BTC to really get above this range. And I believe one of the reasons why we ended up seeing this pump towards the upside is because of the bullish news that's coming out between America, Iran, possibly coming to an agreement, and everything coming to an end. But we know that the crypto market, 99% of the time, is subject to the stock market. And we saw the stock market absolutely pump extremely well. Here we saw the S&P. This is the S&P 500. It did this massive move toward the upside. If we mark the bottom of this candlestick all the way to the top, that's a 1.33% move toward the upside. That is major. Hence why when we look at our major indexes, we're seeing the Dow Jones is up, S&P 500 is up, the NASDAQ, the Rus 2K is up. Most of our major indexes are moving toward the upside, green. And I believe that's one of the reasons why we're seeing our crypto move so well. We're seeing our alts move well also. But I don't think that this move is sustainable. And even if it does break towards the top side, that's why I said I typically think it might possibly end up breaking towards the downside sooner or later. Now, the other thing that confirms this is that when we look at our RSI bottomed out right here, which is good. All right, so we had that move toward the upside. But when I see where we currently are right now, we're actually above the 50. We're close towards that 60 price range, meaning we do have some room to potentially still run toward the upside, meaning we can run a little bit higher, but we have more room to go towards the bottom side. Meaning, even if we run up sooner or later, we are going to see prices end up having that reset. And there's nothing wrong with that, possibly coming back down. And when it does have that reset, you guys, we play the game to make as much money as possible. So what I mean by that is that a lot of people aren't able to make consistent profit the way we've been doing in our private community, in my inner circle. Link in the bio for everyone that wants to join my inner circle. It is free for the next 7 days. We give everyone a trial so that you can also see for yourself, regardless of how crypto moves up and down, you can still profit you can still get wins and get your crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy. Now, what I was saying is that it doesn't really matter if crypto moves up and down, because the way we've been able to make most of these profits that I've just shown you is by taking short position. So while crypto is going down, we are short in the market and we're able to make profit. And if crypto ends up moving towards the bottom side, then we're able to accumulate more of our alts. Now, if we take a look at our alts, we can see that 48% of our alts are outperforming Bitcoin. So looking at our total 3, which is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, total 3 has kind of been consolidating. It's been moving in this sideways direction where we can see it has a low right here and it has a high right here. Right here is our high, boom, and then here is our low. We saw multiple point of contact after this massive capitulation. Now, this drop towards the downside was when Bitcoin came down all the way to the 60K price range, and then Bitcoin ran all the way up to $70,000 price range. And ever since then, we've pretty much been moving in the sideways direction. Now, we attempted to break this move toward the upside, which would have sent our alts skyrocketing. But what happened? We couldn't sustain it and prices ended up coming down. So if you're someone who's just focused on investing, when looking at our total 3, which is just our alts, how our alts are performing, is I would look to buy a little bit when prices are down here. The same way when we had a massive drop towards the downside and our alts got absolutely crushed. And what happened with Bitcoin had this massive drop towards the 60K price range. We bought right here and then boom, boom, up, and away. We were able to make profit as prices move towards the upside. So that's why I always say, if you want to make the most amount of money as possible in crypto, do not just say, oh, I'm going to buy and then I am going to wait till the bull market comes back. That might be 7 months from now, 8, 9, 10. Like, we don't know exactly the exact day, the exact moment where everything's going to bottom out and then start to pump. That's why we accumulate during these massive downtrend like these ones right here. And then we're also able to trade, which is mainly taking short positions to make money as prices continue to run towards the downside, so that as time goes on, we've milked the short-term downtrend, we've accumulated key crypto project at low prices, and once the bull market finally comes, our crypto wallet is bigger, fatter, and juicier than ever. And these aren't things that I am just saying that I am making up. These are things that we are actually doing, that we live by. Because if you look at the last few trades we've taken in my inner circle, in this specific channel, we have a few different trading channels. In Small Wallet, Big Dreams, you can see these are all short trades. We entered a trade today to make money as prices move toward the downside. Another short trade. Here we go, Fed, another short trade. Here we go, Tau, another short trade. We did a trade on Pi. That was very profitable, right? This is another short trade. So all of our trades, 95% of them have all been short trade, meaning ride the current wave, ride the current downwards momentum, so that you're able to make profit in the downtrend while prices are going down. I remember being brand new to crypto and I would see people on the internet. I'm like, whoa, look at that guy. Like, he has so much followers. He has to know what he's talking about. And then that person would say, buy this crypto. And I didn't know that much. So I just bought whatever crypto project that they said. And then after one day, prices would go up. I'm like, yes. And I wake up the next day and prices are down a lot. I'm like, oh, geez. I wait, it goes down more and more. I'm like, forget that guy. And now I find someone else on YouTube, someone else on social media who had even bigger following. I'm like, he has to know what he's talking about. Look how much followers he has. He knows. And then I would just listen to that person and they would say, buy this crypto, do this. And it never worked out for me. I bought it. And then 1-2 hours later, prices went down. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And I was thinking, maybe I need to make more money. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. How come I can't get this crypto thing? And I would see crypto prices and I would buy crypto prices that are pumping the hardest. And those are the worst ones to buy when crypto is pumping. And I would just struggle. I would just wait for the bull market to come. But once I actually took the time to learn how to trade, to learn how to invest, to learn how to read the chart, and I surrounded myself with people who were actually succeeding in crypto, who were making money consistently, I saw a dramatic change in my crypto wallet and in my crypto results. So if you're looking at yourself, you're saying, how are other people succeeding at crypto? How are other people doing so well? How are other people able to constantly get these wins? And you guys, don't get it confused. Not every win is going to be huge. Some wins are small, right? Other wins are larger. Other wins are small. Some wins are massively huge sizes. You see that. But the point is, these consistent wins add up. These consistent wins compound. And as you continue to just learn these things, you will see yourself level up in crypto. So you're free to check out my inner circle. We're accepting 20 people because I want to make sure everyone that comes in, I'm actually able to help them, give them that attention, the help that they need to achieve their crypto goal. And the link's going to be in the bio.